Chris Taylor, AJ Pollock.
AJ Pollock hit 2 home runs, 4. I didn't look at the stats up close, but I think he had 2 home runs, batted in 4, and Taylor hit 3, batted in 6.
No, bottom line
And the
is,
Braves ended up on the wrong end of an 11-2 score.
that's what the bottom line is.
So they stay alive now. Are we concerned at all with the last 2 games?
Oh,
Each of
seriously,
them is do or
guys.
die.
That's alright,
Two
this
do or
is
die in a row, or maybe only 2 do or die in a row. Well, no, if they're going to win, they're going to have to win. Oh, man.
Both.
Yeah. So if they win, they will have had 3 do or die games in a row. What a story.
Last night was the 7th win by a Dodger team, by the Dodgers, when it comes to an elimination game.
But they had the whole last year in the postseason.
Right.
Like everything went down to do or die, man. I mean, they live in the do or die. I'm going to stop saying the phrase do or die. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but just I think I've said it enough for one day. All in one self. So, good morning. Didn't keep it going.
Nope, sorry.
I know. Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm running around, I'm sorry.
And Tyler, good morning. Good morning, Wayne.
I forgot to wish you all a National Make a Dog's Day.
What does that mean? Oh, make a dog, is it? I don't understand.
In other words,
Make a dog's day.
Day.
day. Yes.
Make a dog's day.
Day. Day.
So find a dog and point a gun at him and ask him if he was counting how many shots you've already fired?
As soon as he feels lucky?
Yeah. Is that what that means?
No, it means that you make your dogs a hamburger patty with no salt.
Uh-huh.
And give it to them today.
Hey, what if you don't own a dog? Or should I say, what if you are not a dog guardian? You have to find a random dog on the street?
Call me. I've got 4. You can borrow one. Make one of their days.
Oh, that's true. You are dog... what's the word when... Never mind.
A hoarder?
You have a lot of dogs. No. There was some word I wanted that kind of... You are like flush with canines.
And flush with fur is what this house is. Flush with fur.
Man. Okay, I would say we could continue to just waste time, or we could start handle on the news. But I am not a dictator like some hosts. So I'm going to put it up to a vote. Also, I will abstain from the vote because of a conflict of interest.
Okay.
That means we have 3 people voting. And I'll just individually poll you. I'm very sorry that our technology does not allow for your votes to be private.
All right.
All right, Alex. The question, yay or nay, we start handle on the news as soon as we're done voting. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Tyler, we start handle on the news immediately. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Jennifer Jones-Lee, you are the Kamala Harris of the Bill Handel Show. You got to break this tie. We start handle on the news immediately, yay or nay?
Ya nay?
You can't do that.
No yay?
Oh, no. You would be a terrible vice president of the United States, specifically in the circumstance where a 50-50 Senate has tied.
Lead story. How's that?
Well, those are Brian Laundrie's bones up in that swamp. The FBI has confirmed the remains found in Florida are those of Brian Laundrie, and they also found a backpack and a notebook. This was an area that had previously been underwater, so they couldn't search it previously, in case you're wondering, well, they've been in there for so long. And I suppose this takes the taint somewhat off of his parents. At least the suspicions we had that they were lying about, oh, he went over to that preserve. Right? We thought that might have been a cover story to buy him time to go somewhere else, but apparently that is where he went. So at least in that respect, they were telling the truth. And also, what does this do to our suspicions that the parents planted his personal belongings? I would say they didn't, because his bones are there.
All right, so the only thing that I agree with you on the red herring portion of it, yeah, I think that can be taken off the table. However, now I think the parents may become the focus of the investigation, and I'm sorry to say it because they're obviously the grieving parents of, they just lost their son. However, there are too many things in this story that still don't add up. If you look at it, the parents said that he went hiking one day, then about a week later they came back and said, oh no, wait, he went hiking the day before we told you previously. There were other little things, like if Brian Laundrie was so distraught and they said he went off hiking and they were so concerned about him, why did that take them a couple of days to call the cops? If they're so concerned about their son, who was so distraught and went off by himself and didn't come back, why was that? Or why, who knows what the story was that he told his parents, why he didn't come back with Gabby Petito, who had been living there in their home. Did he say to them, hey, we broke up, that's why I'm back by myself, and the family rallied around him and said, okay, well, son, let's go camping, let's go on bike rides. Were they trying to boost him up, or was he not distraught until right at the very end? I don't know, my spidey sense is still a little tickled by this one.
Yeah. Now, this delicious discussion here, which is all kind of like speculation.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock, Jim Ryan will join us, and he has actual facts about it all.
Jim hated me this morning.
Why?
Because that's all I did. What about this? Well, what about that? Well, what about...
That's what the human mind wants. The human mind wants to make sense of these weird situations where people behave in ways you wouldn't expect them to.
Absolutely.
Or don't behave in a way you would expect them to.
All right, following...
You know what? Let's get a news update from you.
Okay,
okay. And then we will continue the wonderful handle on the news. And when we come back, you'll have a chance to win $1,000. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
President Biden remains confident about getting his agenda passed through Congress. He thinks a deal will happen on his infrastructure and spending package, saying it's all about compromise. China is urging the U.S. not to send any wrong signals to Taiwan that were today after the president promised to protect Taiwan if Chinese forces were to invade the island. And the Hallmark Channel's countdown to Christmas starts today. This is the 12th year of Christmas programming. We'll take a look at your drive with DKFI in the sky next.
If you suffer from dental anxiety, you're afraid of going to the dentist. You're not alone. So I'm going to suggest going to Cunning Dental, specializing in helping people who have dental anxiety. Dr. Cunning has been practicing dentistry for 52 years, and from day one, he has dealt with people like you. And one of the things he does is put you under this gentle twilight sleep, or even full-blown anesthesia if you need it. And in 1 or 2 appointments, you can repair years of neglect, and you wake up to this gorgeous new smile. They do dental implants and crowns and root canals and smile makeovers and the new permanent teeth-in-a-day procedure done in 1 day while you sleep. Now, they're offering $1,500 off major treatments, no money down payment plan. Call for details, restrictions apply. This offer expires November 30th. And $100 off their Zoom teeth whitening procedure, also available through the 30th. Call 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE. Now through November 1st, lease a 2022 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $489 a month for 36 months with $39.99 to its signing. See a Southern California BMW Center today for details or visit SoCalBMW.com.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny today, has a range from the mid-60s to the upper 70s. This report is brought to you by the Southern California BMW Centers. Let's look at that drive on the 101 again.
Oh boy, yeah, good morning. This is not a good situation. Now, the delays are long in time, not so much in distance, but listen up, here we go. From the Gore Hills into the San Fernando Valley, eastbound 101 before Mulholland Valley Circle, only one lane is open. Now, the whole thing has been shut down for a long time, so the only alternative here is using Muro Road. Well, that's okay, but then once you go over the freeway and then get alongside, it's just as bad as the freeway itself. So it's the parking lot back to the top of the hill. it depends on your schedule and really where you are, but if you're anywhere in the West Simi Valley or around the 23, any of that, the 1 and 2, believe it or not, is a good day to the San Fernando Valley. Hope that works for you. Again, a long time delay. One more thing I want to point out to you, around downtown Los Angeles, around Union Station, South 41 and Alameda, it's been a crash reported. I'll keep tabs on it for you. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff Ball, AFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by the Auto Club of Southern California. Wondering if you're paying too much for auto insurance? It's easy to find out at AAA.com/insurance. You could save an average of $537. So stop wondering. Start saving. Visit AAA.com/insurance for your free quote.
Spectrum Business knows small businesses are always looking to cut expenses. That's why we offer the best value on fast internet and phone. But we wanted to do more. So, how does 1 month free sound? Get 200 megabit per second internet for $49.99 a month and business phone for $19.99 a month. And right now, you can get 1 month of internet and phone and even TV for free. Call 855-258-5887 and switch to Spectrum Business. Restrictions apply. Hi, we're Hope. Meet Dr. Daryl Pearlstein. He's a thoracic surgeon at the Hope Family Cancer Institute who loves the outdoors and hiking. He's also a leader in robotic-assisted surgery who trains other surgeons nationwide. Dr. Pearlstein would love to get to know you and is ready to make a positive difference in your family's life. Get to know Hope. Visit hopehealth.org and find your physician today. The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special. At Ralph's, we've got a huge selection of high-quality meat on top of fresh, natural produce, like fresh, never-frozen prime-grade beef and our simple truth organic Brussels sprouts, or delicious king crab legs with our private selection of baked potatoes. Oh, I say that doubly fast. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More, save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with cards. Ralph, fresh for everyone. Want a new set of wheels without spending hours at car dealerships? Download the Roto app. That's R-O-D-O. You can browse thousands of vehicles from your phone, buy a car in minutes, and even have it delivered. Plus, Roto finds every discount available, so you know you're always getting the best price, with no hidden fees. Listen, if you're ready to buy a car, make it easy on yourself and go with Roto. Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's ROTO.com.
It's the spookiest time at Stater Brothers. Grab your broom and your camera. Enter a Halloween costume contest online for your chance to win a Stater Brothers Market gift card. Terms and conditions apply. Happy Halloween from Stater Brothers Market. Is finding the right candidate slowing you down? Cut straight to You're Hired with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in the same place. To find your next great hire, visit Indeed.com/credit. When you become a caregiver, you have lots of questions. Like, what medical supplies do you need? And how to choose an adult diaper? CareWell is here to help. It's your shop for everything caregiving. Great products like Depend, Ensure, and Tranquility at prices you'll love. With real caregiving specialists available 24/7, ready to help. Plus, fast, free, 1 to 2 day shipping. Caregiving isn't easy, but you don't have to do it alone. Visit carewell.com/radio for $10 off. That's carewell.com/radio. Terms apply. Will I be able to smile again?
Can I eat my favorite food?
Can I live without worrying about my teeth?
These are questions you hear every day at Clear Choice Dental Implant Center. In a free 1-hour consultation, we can provide answers. You may be a candidate for dental implants, which look, feel, and function like real teeth. And if you are, the answer to, can I feel like myself again, will be yes.
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 To find out more, visit us at clearchoice.com.
Imagine if the first ever way we did things just became the way. Well, that's what happened with home selling. So Via Open Door invented a new way. One without the hassles and hurdles of listings, showings, and all the unknowns. Just go to opendoor.com and tell us a little about your house. We'll take a look at the details to come up with a competitive offer in minutes. Skip the traditional process. Sell your home the new fashioned way. Get your free offer at opendoor.com/myoffer. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokers Inc. License 020611130 in California and Open Door Brokers LLC in the Southern Market.
KFI AM 640. iHeart Radio app. It's the Bill Handel Show. And we're doing Handel on the news right now. Jennifer Jones-Lee and me. Bill's out today. But before we get back to that, this right now is an opportunity to put $1,000 in your pocket.
Kfi has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BANK, B-A-N-K, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's BANK to 200-200.
If you're the winner, you get a call from the number, and you won't recognize it, but you have to pick it up. Every weekday from 5:20 a.m. through 7:20 p.m., there's a chance to win $1,000, which means if you don't win this time, you got another chance in an hour. And I also, the lawyers they always have a lawyer in the hallway. I don't know if people know that. There's always a lawyer in the hallway in case something happens, and he just, poked his face through the window. I said it was a chance to maybe put $1,000 in your pocket. You don't have to keep it in your pocket. Just so you know. There's no legal requirement that you put it. You could put it in a piggy bank. You could deposit it in a bank account. You could immediately take it to, West Elm and buy a coffee cake. It's yours to do with as you wish. All right, let's get back into Handel on the News with Jennifer Jones-Lee and me.
Well, you've got a big 7 o'clock hour coming because at 7 you'll talk with Jim Ryan about Brian Laundrie's remains being found. 7:20 you're going to talk with Jason Nathanson about this story. Alec Baldwin discharged a prop firearm on the set of his new movie in New Mexico. It killed one woman and it injured another. So he killed the one of the producers on the show, the cinematographer, right, and wounded the director. Now the director, the good news is, was released from the hospital this morning.
All right, and now listen, because some people might not be able to listen at 7:20. You talked to Jason about this on Wake Up Call.
Yeah.
So let me just go ahead for people who are listening right this moment. There's a couple of very big questions, and I don't know if we know yet. Did the gun fire during an active filming of a scene in which he was supposed to fire the gun with blanks, or was it not during the filming of a scene where he was supposed to pull the trigger on this prop gun?
They're still trying to iron that out.
Okay, so it is still as murky as it was last night.
Yeah, but they're trying to say, why would the gun have been fired at the cinematographer and the director?
Why would it have been fired at all
if not during the
they were filming the scene in which somebody fires a gun? And because one option is, I'm sorry, I'm going really fast, but one option where nobody can be blamed in any way is if you're doing one of those scenes, and you see this occasionally, where it's a shot of the guy and he's shooting the gun right at the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right down the barrel.
Right down the barrel. Right. So let's say you're doing that and either, God forbid, the wrong load was put in or just something happened. Nobody could be blamed for anything. That is a 100% accident and a failure of the equipment. Except for that, I don't know what circumstances, even if you're actively filming a scene, and something goes wrong where it's the cinematographer and the director as opposed to the other person in the scene, for example. So unless it's the first thing that I said, somebody must have done something wrong.
Was it negligent? Will it be on the prop master? Will it be, I don't know.
No, they're still investigating. Okay, I thought maybe some of that had been cleared up, but we're going to have to wait.
Oh, no, it's still very murky.
All right, sorry, my quest to make order of this crazy universe. Here we go! Oh, yeah! The Dodgers, they had to win, and I guess they had a little meeting before the game, and they said, look, we have to win, so we're going to win. Does everybody agree we need to win? Yes, well then let's win. And then one guy said, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was Muncie, who, he's been out of the action because he's injured, but he was in there. And he's like, what if you completely destroyed them? And he went, all right then, is it settled? We're going to win, and we're going to completely destroy the Braves in Game 5. And then Chris Taylor said, I can handle, about half of that myself. And I went, great. And then A.J. Pollock said, well, I can contribute almost all of the rest of this completely lopsided victory. And they said, this is fine. We'll let some other guy have a score. And that's what happened. 11-2. What a convoluted way to get to the fact the Dodgers won Game 5.
I love it because that was insight into the locker room.
Well, the thing is, people don't understand. They think I'm just being silly. That is how sometimes these very lopsided wins happen. They have a meeting and they get very specific about who's going to cream them. Here's exactly who's going to do what. And they executed that game plan flawlessly. Chris Taylor, 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Pollock, 2 home runs, 4 batted in. And they live to play another day, so they got to go over to Atlanta. Game 6 Saturday. Hopefully, they'll need a Game 7. That'll be on Sunday, so when we reconvene Monday, we will know if the Dodgers are going to a World Series or not. World Series.
All right, the LAPD is looking into an alleged sexual assault at a USC fraternity, and this fraternity now is on suspension. So there were reports of not just the sexual assault, but there were several more reports of drugs being placed into women's drinks during the party that same night. Now, the student reported that she was sexually assaulted after somebody drugged her while she was at this party. USC got reports of drugs being put into drinks at the party at this game house, leading to possible drug-facilitated sexual assault. So what they're worried about is that this one woman who reported this sexual assault could maybe not have been the only victim that night.
You know, I don't mean to be too cynical about the whole frat culture, but if that happened at all, I believe it probably did happen multiple times. They can't seem to root out this endemic problem with fraternity culture. They just cannot do it. So I will remind you then, when I was in college, this kind of stuff was not being reported. Was it happening? Probably. Yeah. Was it being reported and stuff? No. And the biggest fraternity thing, when I was in college, at WVU, there was a fraternity where they did haze the pledges, but this is how they hazed them. There was a day that was set to be haze day, and they gave each pledge a massive, I mean, in some cases, taller than the pledge, bigger than the pledge, stuffed animal.
A stuffed animal?
Stuffed animal. Okay. Massive. And they had to carry it around with them all day to all of their classes and everywhere they went.
That was hazing.
That was the hazing. And my point being, that particular fraternity was known for public service and this kind of like gentle thing. And I don't usually talk like this, and you know this, but I would just say, and that's the fraternity where all the hottest chicks hung out, and, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, here's the beer bongers, you know, the typical thing, and then, oh, over here,
look at these
they're
guys.
so sweet and fun. Yeah.
They're popular, and they have a soft spot.
Oh, yeah, it went over very well.
I can see that.
All right, let's get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee, and we'll continue. Handle on the news. It's KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
A petition has been started up to get 2 high school coaches reinstated. The coaches at Downey High School organized a hiking trip to Mount Baldy in July, in which several of their student athletes had to be rescued. The petition has been organized by students, parents, and others who say the coaches are worth more than their mistakes. News is brought to you by Reader's Hero Plumbing. Storms have moved into central and northern California, bringing some much-needed rain to areas affected by the drought. The National Weather Service says a trough of low pressure off the coast of the Pacific Northwest is pushing what's called an atmospheric river of heavy rain into the area. It started last night. It's expected to continue over the weekend. Forecasters say it could cause flooding in areas burned by wildfires. A sheriff in Northern California says a family found dead along a hiking trail in the Northern Sierra died from extreme heat exhaustion.
The only container of water was an 85-ounce PP camelback. There was no additional water located or water filtration system.
Mariposa Suffolk County Sheriff Jeremy Breeze says the temperature in August was over 100 degrees the day the family was reported missing. The LA Cultural Heritage Commission is pushing for the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to be included on the list of historic cultural monuments. It was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1999, but is not on the city's list of monuments yet. The property became a tourist destination because of high-profile and celebrity burials starting in 1910 when the victims of the LA Times bombing were buried there. And the leader of the gang in Haiti that kidnapped 17 American and Canadian missionaries said the aid workers will be killed if his ransom demands aren't met. He made the threat in a social media video. The gang was asked for $1 million per hostage. The missionaries were taken while visiting an orphanage last weekend. We got your job on the 405.
All right, good morning to you. The southbound 405 now is turned into the 405 in the San Fernando Valley, meaning it was fine a little while ago, but now it's just plain slow from Royal Sherman Way up and over the hill. All lanes are open there. The eastbound 118 from Rocky Peak and getting to the 405, that's in pretty good shape. The reason I mention all this and the need with it is there's an enormous problem on the eastbound 101. It's pretty much jammed now, leaving Las Virgenes up and over the hill to just before Valley Circle at Mulholland, where only one lane is open now. Was all lanes for quite a while. Wrong lane investigation. Calabasas Road is as bad as the freeway, so a lot of time involved there, and the distance is going as well. Obviously, east of that, it's just in fine shape. Orange County Inland are second and fairly good. I haven't really heard any serious problems. East LA interchange is just kind of slow in all directions, but not too bad. We'll keep tabs on the 101 for you. Long time delays there. Injured in an accident. This is Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Law, KFI in the sky.
You know those water filters in the sink? I used to have one years ago. They run out of water, and now you're back to tap water. Well, that doesn't happen anymore, and it won't happen to you with a Light Source whole house water filtration. Every single faucet in your house becomes a source of filtered, delicious water. And it doesn't stop. It goes on forever if you want. That's what a Light Source whole house water filtration system is about. Maintenance-free, no salt bags, filter changes, exchange tapes, none of that. Reduces your hard water problems, gets rid of the odor and taste of chlorine, for example. No salt, chemicals, and chlorine. Well, if you don't have chlorine, look at how that helps your skin and hair. You're buying directly from the factory. They provide a customized water solution for your home, including installation, customer service support. That's Light Source Water. Call them today at 800-334-5009, 800-334-5009. Visit lightsourcewater.com. Light Source Water, taste and feel the difference.
SoCal weather from KFI. Cooler day than yesterday. Will just be in the mid-60s to right at 70 for the beaches and for Metro LA and OC. Just the mid to upper 70s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Ah, girl, thank you. You're a lifesaver. No problem. There was something with my car. I love a new car like yours. Actually, it's not new. It's a Toyota certified used car. Wow, it looks new. Drives great. Oh, that's because Toyota inspects from top to bottom. Gives them great warranties. And, you know, it's a Toyota. Mind dropping me off at a Toyota dealer? Good move.
The best new cars do make the best used cars. And now, get 1.99 APR on any used Camry, Corolla, RAV4, or any of the Prius family. Along with a 160-point inspection, you get a 12-month or 12,000-mile limited comprehensive warranty and 7 years of roadside assistance from the date of purchase. For all warranties, see dealer for details. Not all customers will qualify. Limited term financing through Toyota Financial Services. Must take delivery from Toyota Certified Used Vehicle Dealer stock by midnight November 1st. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, it's Gary. Medicare annual enrollment is here, and it's time to keep your Medicare moving forward with SCAN Health Plan. SCAN is a comprehensive Medicare Advantage plan with new cost-saving benefits. Plans for 2022 may include $125 monthly give-back, lower out-of-pocket costs, more included dental coverage, and more. To learn more, call SCAN Health Plan at 1-855-479-7226, TTY 711, or ask your local agent about SCAN. Call SCAN to see if you qualify. SCAN Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in SCAN Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
The California RV Show is at DDRV.com. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, camping diesel motorhomes. All new models with show-stopping pricing. Reps on site to approve deals. The California RV Show at
DDRV.com with the 405 to 22 Westminster. Wondering if your paying too much for auto insurance? It's easy to find out at AAA.com/insurance. You could save an average of $537. So stop wondering. Start saving. Visit AAA.com/insurance for your free quote.
American Vision Windows, SoCal's choice for energy-efficient windows and doors. AmericanVisionWindows.com.
For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules. Wouldn't it be random to suddenly have a grand in your hand? Yes. Find out with a rhetorical question. Listen to win $1,000. Weekdays from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. When you hear the keyword, text it in for your chance to pocket $1,000. Get a grand in your hand from KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Told you never a concern, but you walk by like you never heard. You could bring down my level of concern. Just need you to tell me we're alright, tell me we're okay. KFI AM 640. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Good morning, Bill Handel Show. Bill's out today. The morning crew is here. We're doing Handel on the News. Jennifer Jones-Lee and me, and the underage son of a millionaire just got 79 months. The juvenile detention, that is in connection to, and you may remember this when it happened, a fatal high-speed crash where he was driving like a madman over 100 miles an hour in his Lamborghini, and he hit this poor person, Monique Munoz, who died. And her and her family, God bless them, because the incident, was a while ago, and they stuck with this case, and they were protesting to make sure that this guy didn't walk with probation or something like that, right up until the sentencing. And it worked. I mean, he may have gotten the 7 to 9 months anyway, but, kudos to them. They lose their loved one, and then they are able to stay engaged through the sometimes torturously long legal process. Now, 9 months is the most this could get, anyway, because they didn't charge him as an adult. If they charged him with an adult, it's about 6 years. But there you go. And he had a history of driving around recklessly.
Sorry.
Not too long before this fatal accident, his parents paid to get that Lamborghini out of impound because of some other incident. So, you gotta wonder. I mean, I understand this guy, the dad is rich, and I don't begrudge him that. I don't begrudge buying your kid a car. A Lamborghini for your kid? There's a point at which you really do gotta look at people and go, your values are way out of whack. And then he gets popped for reckless driving and you don't take the car away from him? So, as far as I'm concerned, Dad has blood on his hands, too. Sidebar, what was your first car? My first car was and I don't remember the model year of the car. I want to say a 79 Ford Pinto that my dad, it was his car, and when I graduated from college and moved back to California, we drove across country in that Pinto, and then he flew back east, and he left me with the car. I mean, I didn't have my own car, when I was at home. That would have been unheard of in my
Practically cars too.
So that was my first car, 1979 Ford Pinto. What was your first?
1983 Honda Accord, two-door. But the only reason that I got a car in high school was because we lived like 25 minutes from my high school, and my mom got tired of driving me. So they were like, here, kid, drive yourself.
Yeah.
There was no bus.
That was not indulgence of you.
No.
Her not wanting to have to haul your ass to school all the time.
That's exactly it. All right, yesterday we talked about the jury selection in the Ahmaud Arbery case. He's the guy who was jogging when he was shot by the father and son, who said that they were making a citizen's arrest on him because they thought he was trying to break into a house. Well, jury selection's proving to be hard because yesterday we talked about how Big Shot, they accidentally released Ahmaud Arbery's mental, I guess,